When you live in a city, you see all different kinds of buildings. Tall ones and short ones, square ones and curvy ones. But of all the buildings in the city, George's favorite was the George and Steve Super Skyscraper Tower.
Hey, that's cute. You two are almost as good at building as bees are.
Bees could build things? Where'd they find tools that small?
Come on, I'll show you.
What is that?
Honeycomb. It's what bees make inside a beehive. Bees build hives to lay their eggs and to store pollen and honey.
Wait a minute. You mean all that gooey stuff in there is honey?
Mm-hmm.
Yum!
See those cells? Bees make those with wax from their own bodies. Isn't that amazing? It's a marvel of engineering.
An engineering marvel that smelled marvelously delicious.
Today is Earth Day, and I'm doing my Junior Farmer's Earth Day speech on honeybees. You want to hear it?
If we say yes, can we have honey?
Maybe.
Okay.
Bees are amazing creatures. They build hives in trees mostly. Thousands of bees can live there. All the other bees follow a queen. She's the biggest bee, and there's only one in a hive. Every bee has a job. Drones mate with the queen, but worker bees go from flower to flower getting nectar and pollen to make honey. Have you heard a word I've said?
Oh yeah, honey and stuff.
You want to try a taste? Oh, my ballet class. Gotta run. Be back around 5.
Woohoo! Thank you, Betsy. I'll just have a little. Oh, man, that is good. Try some. This is too delicious. Okay, one last little slice and then I'm done. We ate Betsy's honeycomb and she needs it for her speech. Oh, what are we gonna do? Good thinking, George. We'll buy more honeycomb. Let's go. Do you have honeycomb? Honeycomb? Why does no one have honeycomb? Hey, I know. In Betsy's picture, the hive was in a tree, right? The park is full of trees. Maybe there's a beehive in one of them. Let's go. Be careful. Bees can sting. They might not like you touching their hive.
George couldn't find a hive. But he found something almost as good.
An Earth Day celebration? Good thinking, George. Maybe they have bee things here.
Howdy. Buster Beesman's the name, but you can call me Buzz.
Honeycomb. We need honeycomb.
Sorry, fella. Just sold the last one.
No!
Oh, this is a beehive. I built it from scratch.
A beehive? It didn't look anything like the beehive in Betsy's picture. George was excited. He was on his way to Australia.
No, we haven't even taken off. Here you go, George. Maybe this will help.
Sir,
Uh,
we're in Sydney.
oh,
G'day. Welcome to the land down under. I'm your tour guide, Bailey Bungie.
how'd you know it was us?
Recognized you by a monkey.
Mum said a monkey would be on the safari, so I begged to come along. This is my vacation too.
My daughter, Bindi.
And you must be George.
Let's get going. Your Australian Outback Safari adventure awaits.
I hope you like animals, because you're about to meet a lot of them. We're in the land down under, enjoy the view. We have so many strange animals that'll amaze you.
These are dingoes, wild cousins of man's best
You
friend.
can meet them on the ground or in a tree. I bet you make a new buddy, just wait and see. So keep your heart wide open and true. You'll find a friend smiling back at you. Thanks, mate, no worries, g'day. That's the Aussie way. Ooh. In the Outback, there's much more to see.
Koalas.
There's a brumby over there by a wallaby. Here's a bird called the emu who doesn't fly. It'll dry out and be as good as new, but he can beat you in a foot race every time.
Strangely refreshing.
So keep your heart wide open and true. You'll find a friend smiling back at you. Thanks, mate. No worries, g'day. That's the Aussie way.
It's an emu.
Ooh.
My hat.
That's the Aussie way. Thanks, mate. Ooh, my friend. That's the Aussie way. Ooh, my friend. That's the Aussie way. Ooh, my friend. That's the Aussie way.
Here we are, all the comforts of home. Even a shower.
No! George!
No worries, George. We get rain 6 months out of the year, so the tents are waterproof.
Today was great, but tomorrow's gonna be even better. We're gonna see my favorite Australian animal, the... What's that?
Cook.
Oh, I've never heard of an animal called a cook.
Cook isn't an animal. Cook's a cook.
He plays a didgeridoo whenever it's time for dinner.
Wow, that was neat. Thanks, that was a great meal.
Why don't you get some shut-eye?
Yes, you have a big day tomorrow.
Okay, I'll set up our beds.
These were the biggest footprints George had ever seen. He wondered who or what made them. Everyone else's footprints went one in front of the other. But these footprints were side by side. And they were really far apart. The only way you could get that far and keep your feet side by side was by hopping. Monkeys are natural-born explorers. So when the man with the yellow hat decided to visit Buncha Beak Island to photograph birds, George decided to explore with him.
Here's the radio, here's the throttle, and here is the key.
Think the key ring is big enough?
Easy there.
Fun to play with, though. Okay, here you go.
Careful. That's the only key we have.
Really?
Aye. There used to be 5 keys, one for each quint. The first key fell down a drain. The second key fell down a drain. The third key fell down a drain.
What happened to the 4th key?
Probably fell down a drain. So, be very careful with this key. It's the only one we've got.
Don't worry, Mr. Quint. We'll take good care of it. Won't we, George?
Well, what are you waiting for? Shove off. Have fun.
At last, it was time for exploring. An explorer always keeps an eye out for interesting things. George saw interesting birds, interesting fish, and a very interesting water monkey. But the most interesting thing George saw was a water lump, and it was following them.
I wonder what that is. What do you know, George? It's an otter pup.
Pup? The man couldn't be right. That thing didn't look anything like a dog. Its paws were like hands, and its toes were like fingers, only they had webs. Plus, George didn't know any dog that could float on its back. But it did bark. Maybe it was a dog.
Not a pup like a dog. Young otters are also called pups. From the look of him, he's a very young pup. He must live around here. They usually have homes called dens along the shore.
A den? George didn't see TVs, sofas, or any other den furniture. Just a hole.
Otters are very playful and very curious. Almost as curious as a monkey. I think he likes you. What do you know? Fucticus ludovicianus, also known as a rose-breasted grosbeak. You want to go with me or stay with your friend? Oh, all right. Oops. Better put this someplace safe. See you soon.
The man was right about the otter. He was very playful. He played peekaboo. And hide and seek. The man said the otter was a pup. Maybe he liked to play fetch, too. It was a big day for Hundley. He was in charge of the building for 2 weeks in the mornings while the doorman went to fire safety class.
Miss Klopotnick's coming to get these flowers, Hundley. and Jerry'll be here for her quarterly visit. I'll be back in a few hours.
And just like that, a dog had his own building. What's this? Someone eating Ms. Kaplotsnik's flowers? It was up to Hundley to lay down the law. Hundley was scaring the caterpillar away. Very, very slowly. Hundley noticed it was long and low to the ground, kind of like him. But it still shouldn't be in his building. Wait, long, low, and cleaning the lobby? It was exactly like him. Hundley had a new friend, Hundley Jr. George wanted to show Hundley his new ball. Looked like Hundley wanted to play catch. He wasn't very good at it, though. Hundley wasn't about to let a runny, jumpy, Georgie-ish monkey near his new friend. Hundley Jr. might get squished. George tried to tell Hundley there was a caterpillar behind him. Hundley was relieved. George hadn't ruined things. Hundley was giving him flowers? Okay, not for him, for the caterpillar. To eat. Hundley Jr. could live in the lobby forever. Maybe he'd even be a doorman when he grew up. Yep, the lobby was a great place for a baby caterpillar.
Hey, Hundley, remember me? I'm Jerry. I'm here to get rid of your bugs.
The lobby is a terrible place for a baby caterpillar.
You might want to go outside while I spray.
They needed a new place for Hundley Jr. to live. Hundley liked George's idea. Hundley Jr. was up high and safe, but close enough to see from the lobby. A tree was the perfect place for him to live. Except his neighbors wanted to eat him. Outside was out. Hundley wondered where else his new friend could live. Hundley's favorite place to live was his home. It was warm, soft, and safe. That's it. Hundley Jr. could live with him.
Hey, Hundley. Is the doorman around? I need him to sign for this package. Well, I'm running behind today, so close enough. Have a good day.
Hundley had to stay in the lobby and take care of Hundley Jr. But he couldn't do both at the same time. And the only one around who could help was a monkey. George had spent a very busy morning in the park, chasing dragonflies and watching clouds. Being a monkey was hard work. George had never met this dog before. But the dog didn't seem to mind.
Blaze! There you are, with a new friend. Here, catch! Wow, your new friend is really good at catch, Blaze.
That's George.
George lives down the block. This town's not normal.
George, this is Sam, our new probie.
That means he's probationary. He's training to be a fireman, but first he has to pass all the tests.
And that's our new fire dog, Blaze. He's on probation, too, because he keeps running away.
And one of Sam's tests is to keep Blaze from running away.
Well, we probies have to look out for each other, right, Blaze? Okay, buddy, back inside. Nice meeting you, George. Come on, Blaze.
George hoped he saw his new friend Blaze again soon. George had the strangest feeling he was being followed. Guess not. Were those footsteps George heard? And panting? A mailbox with a tail? What will they think of next?
Blaze! Blaze ran off. Can you help me find him? He looks just like that dog under the mailbox. Huh? I love you too, Blaze, you Wheezy. Yes, I do. But you've got to stop running away. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Maybe they didn't notice we were gone, Blazy. Hi.
You lost him again, didn't you, probie?
He's like a ninja. But I know how he got out. This entire wall of the station is a giant door, and it was open. We close this, and he'll never get out again.
Well, we have to train now, Blaze, but we'll play later. Thanks for your help, George.
You stay here, okay, Blazy? Stay.
Blaze was very bad at staying. What if he got out and ran so far away they couldn't find him? How would someone know to bring him back to the firehouse? Aha! If Blaze had clothes like the fireman, everyone would know where he came from. Everything in the station had a label to say where it was from. Maybe Blaze just needed one of those firehouse labels on him. After a little searching, George found one. He hadn't even made that big of a mess. Well, for a monkey. George headed home, sure his troubles with Blaze were over. Then George thought he heard footsteps again. That was odd. Little monkeys love riding buses. But a ride on the Z-Bus was the best trip of all. Because it ended at...
Welcome to Zany Island. Say hello to our new friends, Petey. Hello. How would you like your own, Petey?
Wow, nice, George.
There'll be adventure ahead. And here's a map to keep you on course.
Have fun.
George planned on having a great time. And thanks to his map, he wouldn't miss a thing. George and his friend rode fast rides, slow rides, scary rides, wet rides, and scenic rides. Until one by one, George, Petey, and the man with the yellow hat had ridden them all.
Too bad they don't come in yellow.
Lucky you! You got the last one in your size. We're usually out of stock by this time of day.
Oh!
Avast, mateys! That be your warning shot. Zany Island be closing in 30 minutes, I say.
One more ride? So, did you have a good time today, George? What was your favorite part? Yeah, you sure had fun with Petey. Huh? Hey, where is Petey? Did we leave him behind? Whoa, George, hang on. Look, I know you're worried about Petey, but it's really late. I promise we'll look for him first thing in the morning, okay?
But George didn't want to wait until morning. Luckily, he didn't have to. The Z-Bus ran all night. He could rescue Petey now. Zany Island was a big place. Good thing George had kept his map. It showed everywhere he and Petey had been that day. Let the hunt for Parrot Petey begin. But George wondered where to look first. Maybe right here. It was the last day of the year, which meant George was busy putting up decorations.
Uh-oh. Streamers get away from you again, George?
After decorating, there was baking and preparing for guests.
Looks like we're all set for New Year's. You're right, George. Tomorrow starts the brand new year. Which means we'll need a new calendar. We'll tear off the last number at midnight, and you know what happens then. Happy New Year! Hey, you think you can really stay up till midnight this year, George? Well, if you want to be awake at midnight, it might help to take a nap. Okay, your choice, but you might fall asleep and miss the party like last year.
George didn't want to miss the party. So he decided to give the nap a try. But it was too bright to sleep. Finally, George was ready to fall asleep.
George, what are you... Trouble sleeping, huh? You know what my grandmother used to tell me? If you can't sleep, count sheep. Give it a try. You'll be asleep in no time.
1, 2. George needed to count more than 1 sheep to get sleepy. Luckily, he knew just where to find some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The sheep kept moving. George couldn't tell which ones he'd counted. If George wanted to know how many sheep there were, he could only count each sheep once. So he asked the sheep to line up. Getting sheep to follow directions was harder than George expected. If only sheep came with numbers.
George, I thought you were taking a nap. Okay, have fun with our calendar.
Now George could number the sheep as he counted them. Sheep number 1 was very friendly. It was a perfect day in the country for a hike. Some places in the country were hard to reach. But they were worth it.
Pretty good hiking for a city kid, George. We're almost there. The super secret hidden nobody but us knows about in view. Hey, I'm getting hungry. Sandwich break? I don't think I can walk on my leg, George. Maybe if I go slow. Ouch! That's not going to work.
George knew he needed to go for help.
Hey, thanks for the lift, guys.
You did a great job getting help for your friend, George.
I called your mom, Bill. She's gonna meet you at the hospital.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to going there.
You are?
Yeah, they have the best fruit cup I've ever tasted. It almost makes all this worth it.
Hey, George, would you like to ride in the ambulance with us?
Sure, why not?
It's the paramedic's job to give people first aid and bring them to the hospital, George.
Right. And the ambulance has all the equipment we need. It's almost like a rolling hospital.
Hey, Danny. Hey, Nurse Paula. How's it going, Barry? Hi, Trish.
Wow. You seem to know a lot of people here.
Yeah, I've been in the hospital before. Oh, yeah. Broke my arm playing chess. Met everybody.
Well, hello, Bill. What happened?
Hurt my leg.
What was it this time? Checkers?
Turkey sandwich. It's a wristband for the doctors and nurses to keep track of all of us patients.
Well, Bill, it looks like your leg is broken in 3 places.
Really?
Bill's leg looked like it was all in one piece.
You can't see the break on the outside. That's why we radiologists use an X-ray machine. It takes pictures of how you look on the inside.
George had seen an X-ray before.
That's right. There are fractures here, here, and here. What happened?
Slipped on a turkey sandwich.
Of course. I should have guessed.
George thought he'd like to have an X-ray machine of his own.
Looks like Bill's gonna need a cast so his leg can heal.
Summer days seem to last forever. You need a lot of ideas to fill them up. Like playing jingle bells on a squeaky hinge.
Face it, George. We'll never get to jingle all the way.
That's me, all right, at the bucket toss at the old country fair when I was a kid. If you tossed a bean bag in a bucket, you got points. And the bucket.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, that's a dunk booth. Doesn't get better than a dunk booth.
You mean hitting the bullseye and dunking some poor guy into the water?
No, being that guy. What's more fun than getting dunked in a tank of cool water on a hot summer day?
Never thought of it that way.
But not that I know. I never did get dunked, but I always wanted to be.
And there it was, one bona fide, fun-filled, terrific idea for a summer afternoon.
You want to make our own fair, George? That's a great idea.
Okay, let us know if there's anything we can do.
Yeah, we can use this. We just need more buckets.
Hi, George. Are those for your fare? Okay, great. Wonder where he got all that stuff. Oh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here, see how many points you can get, George.
Oh! Hi, guys! What you doing?
We're building our own country fair.
No kidding! Hey, what about a boat race? I saw one at Sprouts Camp.
Ahoy! All hands on deck! Aye, aye, Captain! Huh? Oh, sure, of course. I was just, cleaning them. Wouldn't want dirty bath toys. Wow, looks like your fair has turned into a big project.
Water? Check. Boats for the boat race? Check. Making them go? No idea. Maybe we should forget the hose idea.
When the firehouse bell rang across the countryside, the volunteer firefighters responded. Even if there wasn't a fire.
Okay, George, I think everyone has heard it. You want to get the siren, George?
What a doozy of a turnout for this year's Fireman's Muster Games. I hope everyone has been practicing hose and ladder work.
I must have climbed up and down to my treehouse 100 times.
Excellent. As you know, each year our town volunteer firemen face a different squad in games that test individual skills and teamwork.
And each year, something goes wrong and we lose.
George remembered that at last year's muster, things did go wrong. And got very wet.
But if we stay focused, maybe this year we'll win that trophy.
Hooray!
Oh, you
got
it,
it,
kids. Looks like this year's opponents are here.
Hi, everyone.
Well, look at that.
George couldn't believe it. It was his friends from the city, Rescue Squad 86. Even Blaze.
All right. There are 3 games. Allie here will keep score. The team with the most points at the end wins the trophy. Our first game is a test of teamwork and strength. The fruit and veggie wash. Each team must build up enough pressure in these antique water pumpers to hit their red or yellow targets. That looks kind of challenging.
Very challenging.
Is this fair? Our team has more people.
No. The number of people on your team isn't as important as how you work together. The key is teamwork.
Captains, are your teams ready?
Ready?
Go!
Other side! Oh my gosh, we need people on the other side! No! Not everybody! You 4 on that side. Everyone else over here! That's it. Now pull for your lives! Quick! Faster! Steady rhythm, team! Steady! Yeah!
The red team wins!
Aw, fiddlesticks.
A bucket brigade takes teamwork and coordination. Fill your buckets, pass them down the line, and empty them down there into your trough. The first team with a full trough wins.
Want to try it, George? Full fire buckets are really heavy.
George and the man with the yellow hat were giving Professor Wiseman a hand testing her newest invention.
Oh, this is great!
The Wiseman Dig measures how much soil you remove. Perfect for archaeological excavation. That shows you've removed exactly 1 square foot of dirt.
I get it.
When you talk to the science board, you won't have to use it. Just answer any questions they may have.
Oh, sure. I can do that. It's so simple, I won't even get nervous.
Thanks a million. I do it myself, but I have to fly to Turkey. A new find at Sagalassos.
Your Dig-zacta is in good hands.
I don't know how other geniuses do it without a guy and a monkey like you. Bye.
George, stop right there. But don't touch that stuff with 3 leaves. It's poison ivy. If it touches your skin, you get a red rash and blisters. Very itchy. Remember the 3 leaves. Leaves of 3, let it be. Uh-huh. When you work in a garden, you must always be very careful to... Oh, this isn't good. I washed my hands right away, but they're still itchy.
Washing your hands immediately is the right thing to do, but you have had a severe allergic reaction.
How long will my hands be bandaged?
3 weeks. Always avoid poison ivy. Remember, leaves of 3, let it be.
Oh, 3 leaves,
3 weeks. Oh, boy. Well, luckily I won't need my hands to answer the science board's questions about Professor Wiseman's invention. Maybe 3 weeks without using my hands won't be so tough. I can't get my keys out of my pocket. Can you get them, George? In my jacket, up here. that tickles.
George was more than happy to do everything the man usually did.
I guess I'm gonna need your help, George. Oh! Whoops. Oh, that looks good. The symphony. Oh, a western. Oh, not the Animal Channel again. Oh, that's great. Oh, George. O. M. It's just. It's right. George, we've been doing this for 2 hours. What do we have? Dear Mom. Well, what do you say we do more tomorrow? George, hold it, please. I think we need to figure out ways I can do things for myself. How would I use those? It works. You may be a genius.
It was a warm summer day in the country. A perfect day for kite flying with Bill.
Faster!
But Bill was busy yelling at a mound of dirt.
You can do it! Show him what you got!
George was pretty sure that a mound of dirt wouldn't move, no matter how much you encouraged it.
Hi, George! Being a city kid, you probably don't race worms, huh? They're in there, burrowing. First one to dig its way out wins. Here they come! Freddy's in the lead. All right! Fast Freddy wins again! Isn't he a beaut, George? George?
George went to find his own racing worms, and he knew just where to find them. Sometimes they were under the damp leaves in the shade. Sometimes he would find them hiding just below the soft earth by the roses.
Wow, that sure is a biggie, George. And he's sure got a lot of wiggle power. Look at all those segments. Worms' bodies are divided into little sections called segments, which are like muscles that help them to burrow in the soil. So what are you gonna do with your new worm, George? You wanna race Fast Freddy? The proper way to have a challenge race is on neutral territory, not in any racer's home yard.
So, Bill and George took their worms to neutral territory. Lake Wanasink Lake.
On your mark, get set, go worms! Dig, Freddy, dig! Faster, come on, faster!
A worm race? Why, I haven't seen a good worm race since we were first dating.
Yeah, silly sport though, worm racing. I'd rather use worms for catching catfish.
Worm race over here!
Did I hear worm race?
Worm race!
Everybody loves a good worm race.
Go, worms, go! Go, worms, go!
You can do it! Show 'em what you got!
What's all the excitement?
Worm race!
Wow! I haven't been to one of those since I was 12.
Go, Freddy, go!
Wow! Who's winning?
Go, Freddy! Dig, dig, dig!
Go! What's George's worm's name? Oh, okay.
I can't stand the suspense. Faster!
Go!
Go, Freddy, go! Here comes Fast Freddy! And the winner is... Wow, city slang! The winner is George's worm by a segment!
What are you doing, George? Oh, digging for more worms, I see. Oh! Well, it's time to wash up for lunch.
Early on Sunday, the man with the yellow hat got called to an important meeting.
I lost my snaky staircase! George, have you seen my snaky staircase? That's not possible. Oh, boy. Oh. Thanks. Professor Wiseman says I should show my drawings to Dr. Forbin, but she didn't say why. She only said it's a great chance and I should hurry over. Come on. Can't be late.
I have to be at the airport in an hour. I can't wait around.
Don't worry, he's always on time. Usually. Well, you'll love his drawings when he gets here.
We're in too much of a hurry to walk. We're gonna take the bus. You want to see where we're going on the map? Okay. Here's where we are now. We're going up here on the other side of the park. We'll ride the bus over to where the library is and turn left. Then we'll go up past 1st Street, 2nd Street, all the way to 10th Street.